Good morning, second graders. Today is April 6th. It's a Monday, and it is week 3, day 1 in our instructional packets. And you should be using a brand new packet if you did a paper copy from the school, or if you are doing them online, then you will be looking at a new document for what you are working on for this week. Okay? All right, so let's start by going over our learning targets for today. Okay, so our learning target for reading this week is I can read, or I can use what I know about spelling patterns to read and write. So spelling patterns are, for example, like EA, OA words, or the CH spelling pattern to make this ch sound. So all of those patterns are words that you've been working on throughout the year. So that's for reading. And then for writing, I can read, write, and understand second grade poems by myself is for our writing. I can read, write, and understand second grade poetry by myself. Okay? All right, and then let's go to our math standards for this week. Okay, so for math, I can fluently add and subtract within 20. I can understand hundreds, tens, and ones is our learning target for math this week. Okay, so for our first day this week, we'll have 2 pages in math, it looks like. Okay? All right, let's go to the worksheets. Okay, so your first reading worksheet, all you have to do is copy the spelling words, this list of words. You're going to practice writing them 3 times. So in each row, you are going to write the word 3 times and then go down to the next word. Just copy, copy, copy. And the sound that you are working on is the ow sound. So we have OU that makes the ow sound, and we have OW that makes the ow sound. So as you can see, we have mound, pound, howl, growl, and then at the end of that list, we have some words that do not follow the ow sound, that do not have the ow in it. Okay? Okay, so for our poetry and writing, you have a 5-day lesson plan that you need to follow. For our first poem for today, it will be the poem called Dear Moon. So for your comprehension part, after reading the poem Dear Moon, you are going to write, you were going to answer these questions. So if you were going to write to the moon, what might you say in your letter? You need to read the poem using punctuation and the right expression. And then you might answer these questions. What questions does the person in the poem ask the moon? Why do you think you can't see much of the moon sometimes? And then other questions that you might come up with, or that your parents or whoever is helping you with your work might come up with other questions about the poem. Okay? And then that next chunk, so I'm just looking at that lesson plan page that looks a lot like that. So that next chunk is the vocabulary part of the poem. So you read the poem again and then focus on the phrase hide your face, and then maybe answer this question: what words could have been used instead of this phrase? Maybe you could say make your face vanish, or make your face go away. Try to think of a different way to say that same phrase. And then your last chunk of that first lesson on day 1, down here on the bottom, it says read with fluency. So put a circle around a period, comma, exclamation mark, and question mark. And then answer questions that are, or try reading the poem again, maybe a couple times, and try reading it with those things in mind. So remember, when we see a comma, we take a small little break. When we ask a question, our voice should go up. Exclamation mark means that you are saying it excitedly. Okay? All right, so Dear Moon is right here. It's a short little poem. So make sure you read that short little poem right there and go through that work. Okay, so now we're into our math worksheets. And the first math worksheet shouldn't take you too long. A lot of you guys do have these facts already memorized, but don't forget that if you are stuck using your fingers to count on or using objects to help you, maybe a pile of coins to help you have some manipulatives to slide and some tools to use to add these two one-digit problems together. And then it continues on to the second page. Okay? Okay. And then one more thing, if you are working on your spelling words this week, don't forget that we are in a new month, so we have a new list of spelling words. I already posted the list on Class Dojo on our class story, so if you didn't get it, or if you're wondering if I would send it to you through an email, through your parents' email, just let me know and I can get that to you. But here is the list. Okay, there's April's spelling words. All right, and then same kind of pattern as we usually do in school. We practice throughout the week and take a test at the end of the week for the entire month. So just keep up with the learning how to spell those spelling words and you'll be on track. Okay, last thing that we need to talk about is our April calendar. So I have that ready. Okay, so as you can see, we are in our week 3, day 1, which is right here on Monday, April 6th. Okay, and then this week, you guys, don't forget that it is a shorter week and it's spring break this week. So you won't be seeing videos from me on this week on Thursday or Friday. And then next week, you won't see video from me on Monday. So we will continue our week 3 work. We'll do 3 days of week 3 this week, and then next week we'll have 2 days of our week 3 packet to complete next week, okay? And then next week you also have 2 days that are called catch-up days. So on Thursday and Friday next week, you will have a little extra time to do any work that you maybe haven't gotten done, that you have not completed. All right? Okay, well, today is going to be a beautiful day outside, so I hope you all get a chance to go outside and play. All right, you have a good day. Bye-bye.